Hello, Pewter people. Scott Reynolds here with another episode of the Pewter Pulse. It's Creamsicle week as the 3-1 Buccaneers take on the 4-1 Detroit Lions. Are you excited? Of course you're excited. This game is so big that Fox flexed it to the more favorable spot at 4:25 p.m. Eastern Time this Sunday. More of the nation gets to see the Bucs don the throwback orange jerseys and the Bucco Bruce helmet. Let's hope that Tampa Bay can not only get a big win against a really good Detroit team that seems playoff bound, but also to end a 3-game losing streak in the Creamsicles. It all started back in 2009 when the Glazers brought back the Creamsicle uniforms for a throwback game. The Bucs wore the orange and white for the first time since 1996, which was Tony Dungy's first year as Tampa Bay's head coach. Josh Freeman got his first win as a Buccaneer quarterback when he hit Sammy Stroughter for a fourth quarter touchdown pass on fourth down against the Aaron Rodgers-led Green Bay Packers. That's right. That gave the Bucs a 31-28 lead. But Denard Jackson would pick off Aaron Rodgers and take it back for a pick six to make the final score 38-28. And the Bucs were happy. Bucs fans were happy. Bucco Bruce was happy. Especially Raheem Morris. He was happy too. It was his first win as the Bucs head coach that season. But after that, well, the party was over for Tampa Bay. That's when 3 straight losses happened. When the Bucs throw a party, it usually gets ruined. Not only is Tampa Bay 1-3 in Creamsicle games, Tampa Bay is also 6-9 in Bucs Ring of Honor games. Now, if you look at the graphic here, and the Buccaneers started off with that win, but then had 3 straight losses. They were supposed to play the Cardinals in the Creamsicle throwback uniforms in 2013, but the league mandated that season that players could only wear one helmet due to concussion concerns. That was a new league rule that year. So the Bucs had to scrap the idea of the throwbacks in 2013. 11 years later, the Bucs get to wear the throwbacks. The league lifted that rule last year, but Nike couldn't produce the jerseys in time. So now we have the throwback game here in 2013. But as I mentioned, in the Bucs Ring of Honor, Tampa Bay is 6-9 in those Bucs Ring of Honor induction games. Leroy Selman saw a win, John McKay and Jimmy Giles for both of those games. Tampa Bay was on the losing end. Paul Gruber and Warren Sapp saw victories for their Bucs Ring of Honor inductions. But Derek Brooks and Mike Allstott were not as fortunate. Doug Williams was on hand to see the Buccaneers win. John Lynch did not. And, of course, the late Malcolm Glazier was not honored with a victory during his Ring of Honor induction. John Gruden, Tony Dungy, Rondé Barber also were in town for losses, unfortunately. But at least Monty Kiffin and Bruce Arians saw some victories for their Bucs Ring of Honor inductions. Now, the Buccaneers, well, they're 2-2 in Hall of Fame ring ceremonies, although Rondé Barber's night was ruined with a 25-11 loss to the Eagles on Monday Night Football. That's right. There won't be any Bucs Ring of Honor inductees this year. So this is it in terms of special games. You had the Rondé Barber Hall of Fame ring ceremony against the Eagles, and then you've got the throwback Creamsicle game against the Lions. And outside of an all pewter alternate jersey game, that's it for the special games in terms of the novelties and the fanfare, the celebrations, if you will. Detroit has a 31-29 overall series lead against the Buccaneers. It's been relatively close throughout the years. The Buccaneers were 17-21 in the Creamsicles, though, against the Lions. And they've lost their last 5 to Detroit in the orange and white. So not only will Sunday's game against the Lions be a big one for Tampa Bay in terms of its record this season, this game will also be big for those fans who've waited 11 years to see the return of the Creamsicles. It's time that the Creamsicles turn the corner and see some victories instead of the losing that often accompanied the orange and white back in the day. Pewter people, we've got some great shows coming up for you this week on the Pewter Report podcast. We've got our Bucs Lions preview right here on Pewter Report TV, our YouTube channel. That's at 4 o'clock Eastern time on Wednesday. Then we've got former Bucs head coach Tony Dungy is going to be joining us to talk some Bucs. We'll stroll down memory lane and get his thoughts on the Creamsicles from his 1996 season in Tampa Bay and what it was like beating the Lions in that epic wild card win in Tampa Bay in 1997. Plus, talk plenty of present day Buccaneers with this big Bucs Lions matchup. Make sure that you are subscribing to Pewter Report TV. That's our YouTube channel for more Pewter Pulse episodes and other great Bucs video content. Also hit the notifications. That'll let you know when any new Pewter Report videos drop on Pewter Report TV. Make sure you're following us on X, Facebook, and Instagram at Pewter Report. And please visit pewterreport.com for breaking news, inside scoop, and game coverage. And for our Pewter Pulse videos, make sure you're hitting the like and the thumbs up buttons, as well as leaving us a comment. All of that helps our algorithm with YouTube. It gets us in front of more awesome Pewter people like you. And I'll be back soon with another edition of the Pewter Pulse.